Hey guys, it's Lenny here. Today I'm at the Canton Fair in Guangzhou, China. It's phase 1, so I just thought I'd give you a bit of a sneak peek as to what it looks like if you're thinking about coming yourself. I spent 2 days at the fair with my wife, and this was our strategy. Because there were so many buildings to look at and each one takes so long, we spent the first day just looking at the stalls and collecting product ideas. We didn't get into too many conversations with suppliers, but we kept a notebook writing down all the ideas we could think of. If you were to talk to every supplier, you'd never get through all the buildings. That's why it's a good idea to have at least 2 or 3 days at the fair. Then that night we looked at the list, looked at Amazon and did the research then about who to follow up. On the second day we went back to the suppliers we'd shortlisted and spoke to them then in more detail about prices and so forth. The types of things we talked about with suppliers were the exact same things that we would write to them on Alibaba. What is the price? What is the minimum order quantity? Can you put a logo on there? Can you get custom packaging? All the same things that you'd normally ask, and they were more than happy to answer. Tip number 1, bring lots of business cards. Suppliers are reluctant to give you their catalogues unless you give them a card first. We didn't have any with, so instead we created one on our phone using an app called BizCard, which suppliers would take a photo of with their phone. Tip number 2, install WeChat. As Facebook and Google and many other social media platforms are restricted in China, they all use this app. All the suppliers we spoke to were really happy to connect on WeChat, and it's very easy to add another user by scanning their phone. Tip number 3, bring a backpack or roller case. You'll collect a ton of catalogues and pamphlets, so you'll need somewhere to put them all. I also heard there was postal services available at the fair in order to mail that material back to your country, but I can't say for sure because I never saw it. Tip number 4, make sure your hotel supplies a shuttle bus. I think most hotels do around fair time, however I'd make sure to check. Our hotel offered 2 times in the morning to get there and 2 times to get picked up in the afternoon. This made it so much easier to get there. Tip number 5, apply online. It was a bit confusing knowing where to go when we arrived, but having completed the application online and sending them photos of yourself prior made it so much quicker. Just make sure to have a printed copy of your pre-registration letter and your passport and you should be fine. Tip number 6, take lots of selfies. For all the suppliers that we really liked, we made sure to take a selfie with them so that we could send them that photo on WeChat and they would remember who we were. Finding banks. Joining the different halls is the Pearl Promenade in the centre. This is where you'll find 2 banks, ATMs and currency exchange booths to get money out. There's quite a few places to eat, including coffee shops and restaurants and a McDonald's, but it does get super packed around lunchtime. We found prices to be pretty similar to Western prices, but there was also a Chinese restaurant that served chicken and rice type dishes for good prices. This one also had a vegetarian option. Each building had a set of toilets, but be prepared that a lot of them are squat toilets, though each block did seem to have a couple of seated ones, if you were lucky. All in all, the Canton Fair was a great experience. It's definitely going to change how I communicate with suppliers, and it's given me a little bit more of an insight into their culture. If you ever get the chance to attend, I highly recommend it. Not only for your business, but it's a great experience as well.